Spoiler alert, if you didn't know, I hated it. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. If you're new here, welcome. The main theme of my channel is adulting in progress, where I take you through things that I'm currently going through or things that I've already been through and how I'm adulting my way through them. So if you've seen any of my recent videos, you'll know that I did WHOLE30 because I mentioned it a lot. WHOLE30 grocery shopping trip. For January, I'm also doing WHOLE30 with my mother. So the first diet that I'm actually trying out is WHOLE30. It's WHOLE30 for WHOLE30. Still on WHOLE30. One more day. So today we're gonna do the review. I'm going to talk to you about the pros, the cons, and some of my results of things that I did while I was on WHOLE30. So let's jump into that. All right, so WHOLE30, it's basically a program that was founded in 2009. It says since 2009, millions of people have completed it. I do not doubt that at all. But let's get into the rules. Basically, it is a program that you do for 30 days. And according to the official WHOLE30 website, says, yes, eat real food. You can eat meat, seafood and eggs, vegetables and fruit, natural fats, herbs, spices and seasonings. Eat foods with a simple or recognizable list of ingredients, or no ingredients at all because they're whole and unprocessed. So that's what you're saying yes to. You can eat regular food, you can eat real food, you're fine. Let's get into what you can eat though, okay? No, this is what you need to avoid for 30 days. 1, do not consume added sugar, real or artificial. This includes, but is not limited to, maple syrup, honey, agave nectar, coconut sugar, date syrup, monk fruit extract, stevia, Splenda, Equal, NutraSweet, xylitol. If there is added sugar in the ingredient list, it's out. 2, do not consume alcohol in any form, not even for cooking. And ideally no tobacco products of any sort either. I'm not a smoker, so that's fine. 3, do not eat grains. This includes, but is not limited to, wheat, rye, barley, oats, corn, rice, millet, bulgur, sorghum, sprouted grains, and all gluten-free pseudo cereals like quinoa, amaranth, and buckwheat. Read your labels. Number 4, yes, do not eat most forms of legumes. This includes beans, peanuts, and all forms of soy, including tofu. 5, do not eat dairy, pretty self-explanatory, of any kind. Number 6, do not consume carrageenan, MSG, or sulfites. If these ingredients appear in any form on the label, it's out for the WHOLE30. And lastly, oh no, sorry, there's more. Do not consume baked goods, junk foods, or treats with approved ingredients. So basically what they don't want you to do is just sub out like junk food, like if there's healthy chips, like don't sub it out. You're supposed to be eating whole foods for 30 days. And lastly, do not step on a scale or take any body measurements for 30 days. There are exceptions to some of these rules. You can't have dairy, but you are allowed to have ghee or clarified butter, fruit juice, certain legumes, as in green beans and most peas, vinegar and botanical extract you can have, coconut aminos you can eat, and salt you can have. I made the decision, yes, I know, this was a choice that I made. I made the decision to do WHOLE30. I actually convinced my mother to do it with me, so that was fun. Basically, I knew I was gonna struggle, okay? I knew I was gonna struggle. I did not expect to struggle as much as I did. We started on January 2nd because there's 31 days in January, so we did it from the 2nd to the 31st. So basically, we did not weigh ourselves from the 1st of January until the 1st of February, basically. And I was struggling on day 2. I was like, I'm over this already. I feel like I didn't have any food. I feel like I was still hungry. I feel like there was nothing I could eat that was already in my pantry. Had to throw almost everything out. It was a struggle. I did end up making a lot of meals, and I will definitely insert those, all the different things that I got to try and things like that. If you read the WHOLE30 page, it says like, this isn't hard. Cancer's hard. That's like what they do. So let's get into the pros and the cons of WHOLE30 for me personally. We'll start with the good. Okay, so some of the pros is that you're doing clean eating. You're able to eat whole foods, which are not processed, which is great for you. And it makes you a lot more conscious of the ingredients that are in food. I literally had no idea how much added sugar is in literally everything. There's so much stuff that I eat that I didn't realize had added sugar in it. So I'm actually really grateful for Whole30 because I'm becoming way more conscious of that stuff. So it makes it easier to buy like whole foods and make that better decision. Now, another pro is understanding that I can remove things from my diet and it's not gonna kill me, you know? I am someone, like I said, I love bread, I love desserts, I love sweets, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And I don't think I could like ever do like only eating whole foods for the rest of my life. I just don't, like that's what it would lead me to binge eat all of the dessert every day, okay? But I do know that I'm able to remove it from my diet so I don't need it as much and can still feel fulfilled. Once I figured out how much I just had to increase my portion size to actually feel fulfilled, then we were good. And the last pro is that I have a ton of new recipes that I can try out and I can make for myself because literally I had to look up like Whole30 dinner, Whole30 breakfast, Whole30 snacks. Now they say you're not supposed to snack a lot on Whole30. I am someone who did snack. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. I just don't have time to eat full meals all the time. So I would eat like an RX bar or a Laura bar or something in between meals just to like hold me over. So that. Now, let's get into the cons. For me, there is no sweet option to like satisfy your sweet tooth. Yes, you can have fruit, but that's not the same. If you're someone who has a sweet tooth, it's not the same. Like I know some people talk about how like they can curb their like sweet tooth by like eating some watermelon or strawberries or something. It don't work for me. That's not the same sweet that I'm used to. And it was also hard because I'm so used to having honey. Like I've replaced like regular sugar and put honey in my tea and I couldn't even have that. So I couldn't even have like my better sweet that I thought I could have. So that was a struggle for me. Also, no bread, no bread, no bread, no bread, no bread. I found some tortillas that I was able to find. Now I know it says you don't replace the bad food with the good food, but I was like, baby, do you want me to do this or not? Okay, so I found like a Whole30 compliant set of tortillas. I was really excited, and that actually kind of changed the game for me, and it actually made me feel a lot better about it. This is not easy, okay? It's not for the faint of heart at all. Another con is having to cook all the time. Now, when you're doing Whole30, and I don't know, maybe it's different depending on where you live, there's not a lot of fast food compliant options. And as someone who, like, I work from home majority of the time, but sometimes I'm not at home. Sometimes I have to go out of my house. I also do DoorDash, so sometimes I'm trying to like eat while like in the middle of a dash or anything like that. There's nothing quick that you can like just pick up that is Whole30 compliant a lot of the times, unless you just want a salad, but I didn't have a lot of options. So that was really hard for me because I would have to cook. I'm not a meal prepper because I hate leftovers. I hate eating the same thing like multiple days in a row. So I'm not a meal prepper. I am someone who like makes a serving, maybe two, and then I move on to something else because I do not like eating the same thing over and over again. So a con for me was having to cook all the time. It was extremely difficult for me. And yeah, and that ties into like the last con I was talking about, like there's no quick meals. You really have to cook. And if you forget to take your meat out of the freezer, honey, there goes the next 30 to 45 minutes because you thought you were gonna eat because you thought you were hungry, but now you can't eat. Now let's get into my results, okay? So this is why I'm saying I hated Whole30, but I still think you should do it because honestly, it was really beneficial. Now, I changed a lot of things in January, so I can't say that Whole30 solely contributed to these changes and these results, but I do know that it helped a little bit, okay? So on Whole30, I was able to lose 10 pounds in 30 days. I started this year off at 171.8, and when I stepped on the scale on February 1st, it was at 161.4, I believe. So I lost 10 pounds in the 30 days. Like I said, I do have a full workout regimen that I was doing during this time as well. I also got off birth control in the month of January, so that might have also contributed. I'm unsure, but I also think that eating clean definitely helped a lot. Also, my measurements, I can definitely tell my waist went in. So I lost all my measurements from December and January. They were in my phone, but I think I like shook it and then it got erased and I was real sad. But anyway, but I can definitely tell my pants that I just bought in that lovely try on haul are definitely a lot bigger now. around the waist. Also, honestly, I was able to get a lot of substitutes that I'm actually think I'm gonna keep around. I have like this unsweetened ketchup that I really love, and I feel better. Like, I used to take a pre-workout before all of my workouts, and then obviously on Whole30 you can't do that. Now I don't really need a pre-workout, and I can get through like a full hit cardio workout, so I'll probably be limiting that. I couldn't have like my protein powder, things like that, and I was still able to feel fulfilled after I like I said, I increased my calories. Like, I would have to increase basically my servings so I can get full. But overall, it's up, but I would still recommend that you do it. It's a great challenge. It's a great little reset for you, eating some whole foods. If you've ever done Whole30, then let me know down below. Let me know what your results are. Let me know if you would do it again, because honestly, I don't know if I would. Not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I would. Also, I have a ton of like grocery hauls that are Whole30 compliant. I will link those up above. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We will see you in the next one. Bye, beautiful people. And the last pro is